Welcome to this video tutorial on SafeAssign. This tutorial is for Wilmington University faculty. The two objectives of this video are to share with you a little bit about the self-paced training we will be making available to all faculty and how to make and set up a safe assignment from an instructor's perspective. So first, looking at this course, you'll see this site is being used for training, and there's 5 lessons. As an instructor, you'll be given access to this training once SafeAssign has been deployed in a few weeks. Lesson 1 will cover what is SafeAssign and what does SafeAssign check. Well, if you don't know it already, SafeAssign is a plagiarism awareness tool. And it really helps the students check their papers before they turn them into you to make sure that they've cited all of their citations correctly in the references. So there's information in here about that. SafeAssign can promote academic honesty. There's some information about that as well, especially when you use what's called the draft mode, and I'll be showing that later. And then understanding Wilmington University's academic policies. There's a link to the academic honesty information. Lesson 2, getting started with SafeAssign. There's step-by-step instructions about using SafeAssign, tutorials and videos, PowerPoint presentations, and there's even files for your students so that you can provide them with a little tutorial about how to understand the originality report. Lesson 3, we'll go over evaluating a match report in SafeAssign. So there's step-by-step pop-outs and instructions, and tells you exactly how to read the report once the student has submitted the paper. Lesson 4 is another library unit on understanding plagiarism. And there's 6 pages with different links and tips for APA formatting and so forth. Finally, to test what you have learned, there's a SafeAssign assessment. Just a few questions to see how you fared in the self-paced workshop. Now, on to making a safe assignment. How do you go about doing that? Well, if you've ever made a Blackboard assignment, then this will be exactly the same steps almost, very close to it. So I'm going to a content area, and in all Blackboard courses, we have an area called assignments, and what you need is a content area. I'm just going to remove these and make some fresh examples for you. Now, to make a new safe assignment, it's not an item, and you move all the way over here to the right. It's actually a tool under this drop down called Safe Assignment. You click that, and then you have to click Go. The first thing you'll do is make a draft for your students. All your students should have the option to place their paper in as a draft without any penalty or points involved, just so that they can try it out and check their paper to make sure they cited their references. The directions would go in the box below. There's all these availability. It's always set to be available. And what's crucial here is that you click yes to the draft. You'll wonder what urgent checking is. I always click that. There's no reason to make the students wait, so they can have their paper checked quickly. And then if you'd like to create an assignment that this Safe Assign tool is now available, you can do that under option 2. And it's optional. Then you click submit, and now you have a safe assignment. And it looks similar to a regular Blackboard assignment where it says view complete. Then what you'll want to do is make a second safe assignment, and this time you'll want it to be your final. The final paper will go in here, and then maybe it's valued at 100 points. Directions. And this is where you leave it on the draft as no. I still like to click the urgent checking and submit. You don't have to set up the final this way since the student already had the opportunity for the draft. Um, you can just use a regular assignment, but it is nice because it's the two-step process and they're in the same place. So the student has an option for draft and then final paper. Okay, so how do you view once the student has submitted the paper? Let's just pretend that he or she has done that. And now I go into the control panel and I click on Safe Assign. And as the instructor, I can see the papers that have been submitted. So I already put in a practice one in here to show you. Under Draft Only, I click View, and you'll see the sample student has submitted their paper, and they have 16% of their text is matching. It's matching another source somewhere in the databases. Well, 16% is very low. So the student most likely has done a fine job. And when I come in here, everything that's highlighted in the beginning is what's been checked. So what you'll want to do is look at the paper. The paper's right here, all the text. And it looks like this student did a fine job because everything that's highlighted in blue that says there's a match is really only the references. And you can click on these links, it takes you out. And to learn more about how to read these reports, it's all in the lesson plans of this course. So going back to the course, now we've covered our two objectives. How do you learn more about Safe Assign? By taking the step-by-step training and workshop. And then always making sure you make a draft and setting it up for your students so that they have an opportunity to check their references. Thank you and have a great day.